Okay, welcome back to Thunderscape. Last time we cleared out this first level, this dungeon level of Vanguard Keep. And now we are ready to move on to the next level, the halls of Vanguard Keep. Let us enter. Theros pauses to sniff the air, a puzzled expression furrowing his brows.
I do not understand. There once was a corridor to the north that led to the upper levels.
Okay, so this here, combat. We are interrupted by combat. It's a new type of enemy, a Ravener. Now, these enemies are cutting my train of thought here. Basically, the idea is that scattered around this level, you know what, I'll explain now. Scattered around this level, there are a number of gates, and depending on the position of this wheel, some of the gates will be open and the others will be locked or closed. And now basically the idea is to spin this wheel and then figure out which gates opened, explore the areas, and then when you are sure that you have already kind of explored everything that you can, then spin the wheel again, see what changed, try to find new areas to explore, and so forth. And the idea is that because basically all over this level there are a number of keys, 4 different keys that we will need to proceed then to yet another level. And so basically we have to keep exploring these areas and spinning this wheel at least until we have found all of the necessary keys. Okay. Oh, let's identify this guy. Oh, and right. Now that our xenology skill has been increased to, I think Delias has already 90 skill in xenology, so we can now identify some more statistics from these enemies. We can now also identify how much do they do damage when they attack, aside from just the armor and the hit points. These thunder sounds are really just too much. Well, I think for now we will not be spinning the wheel at all. We'll just try to see where we can go without spinning the wheel. And then after we've done a thorough search of this place, then we'll come and spin this wheel once and see what happens. Oh, and hmm, yeah, I think we'll actually want to give Delias a blunt weapon this time. Oh, those things, they are spell launchers, they fire spells at you. But fortunately, if you crouch down, they cannot hit you. So, okay, the door was locked, so we're gonna need to have Turok activated. She can pick the lock. Basic chest. I'll make a save here. Ring leg and maybe we can do a little better. I think that was plate mail boots. So we'll give these to Konkar. So he's now got pretty much a full set of plate armor. Mighty blow, sure. Yeah, just crouch down. Another basic chest, so make a save. Ring chest and a magic weapon, magical broadsword. Okay, we'll go with that. I could have reloaded. Maybe try to get like some more armor pieces that are actually useful. Locked. Poison dart. Scroll. Okay, so this is an example of those gates that are dotted across this map. And that one is at the moment closed, so we can't proceed that way. Once a meeting hall for the Knights of the Radiant Order, the room has taken on the distinct odor of a charnel house. This here is a new type of enemy. Skeleton. And as you can see, skeletons, they are immune to impaling damage. So any kind of knife, spear, bow is not going to do any damage to skeletons. However, blunt armor, 0, so blunt weapons, they work the best, as well as fire damage. Now, that's kind of the reason why I wanted Delias to have a blunt weapon currently. Because they do resist cutting damage rather well. They don't take much damage from just normal sword attacks. But blunt weapons work really well. And Bert, well, not only does Bert do blunt damage and has the mighty blow, but Bert also he has a club very special club, even though it's not magical, but it actually has the special ability that it does double damage to skeletons. Not just full damage, double damage. Yeah, Philo already took down one of the skeletons. Delias. Yeah, as you can see, Konkar is only doing a couple of points per hit because he's using swords. Oh, the skeletons, they're carrying broadswords, which you could collect and then eventually haul them to the shop. But I prefer not to. I was also considering giving Theros a blunt weapon, because he does have at least a little bit of axe enemy skill, but then again, he's much better with swords, so just stick with those. Yeah, so flipping the switch over there actually opened a little section of this wall. Here is Capstan Room A, so this is actually first of the 4 keys that we need to locate in order to proceed. So coming here was very much a useful thing. And in general, just... Oh, that was a mithril plate helmet. That's actually a really good item. Yeah, we'll give... Okay, yeah. Better helmets for everyone. Yeah, these fountains, you can also drink from these. They have varying effects. Some of them they heal, some of them not. Yeah, just checking out some of these rooms. Yeah, again, a gate on the way, and we can see another key there, which is actually also one of the keys that we need to get. But unfortunately for now, the gate is locked. The gate is down, so we can't do much about it. Yeah, I'm gonna want to explore this lower area first entirely, and then try the second level. Third time's the charm. Chest of gold. Oh, that's 500. And scroll of fireball. Now this room over here has this little pentagon symbol, and the teleport platform is inactive. So yeah, we need to find a way to activate that teleporter. For now, we'll just proceed. Oh, more of these raveners. A musket. Two-handed axe. Once again, a very decent weapon, but we don't need that right now. Cheap chest, I think that's just, yeah, 175 gold. And again, a gate which is locked. The reason I'm crouching now all the time is it makes it a little bit easier to detect items which are on the floor. And in Thunderscape it doesn't actually affect your movement speed. So it's really just a matter of preference. Yeah, these skeletons also were carrying a buckler. Broadsword and a buckler. Locked. Presumably locked. Oh, there's a room over here we can go to. The odor of sulfur and other chemical agents lingers in the air of the now despoiled workshop. Beacon Master's Key. So another useful thing to have. Potion of healing, maybe bird. And Beacon Master's Note. I think it's time to have another read. 3 days I have hidden from the nocturnals, watching as the bones of my fallen comrades are raised to haunt these once proud halls. Fortunately, they have no minds, so I'm able to trap them behind the walls, controlled by the capstan. Empty victories though they may be, they are all that I have left. Yesterday, they captured my acolyte, Celine, and took her to the beacon towers. Strangely, the brutes were careful not to kill her, losing several of their own before she was taken. I feel it must be connected to the shift in the mana I've noticed. Evil is somehow insinuating itself into the very atmosphere. Hulbert, too, has left me, taking what few remaining relics we could gather and holding up in the Beacon Master's quarters. All that I can do now is try to keep the northwest section of the keep sealed off, but I fear even that is in vain. I cannot hide from the nocturnals forever. And presumably these bones belongs to the Beacon Master, who unfortunately has met a very bad end. The many dust-free gaps between the books suggest someone has made off with the texts. The remaining books are badly damaged. Yeah. I think this was the way I was going. Ravenous! Now that Philo can do 3 attacks per round, and they are all mighty blows with the staff. She's doing a really good job in dealing with our enemies. Huh? I think I've been here before. Oh yes. So we have already come a full circle. So it's probably time to go upstairs and see what's here. A new type of enemy. It's cat, but it's red. Red Hellcat. Yes. So these these Hellcats, they actually cast spells. And attack multiple times. And are apparently very difficult to hit. Okay, finally. Okay, so this gate over here is locked, and again, more cats. Oh, finally Philo is connecting. She was missing a lot. Oh, and these here. You disconnect the triggering mechanism to one of the spell launchers. Yeah, so you can find these all over the place. And they, as the description just told us, they disconnect some of these spellcasting traps over here. Yeah, so the gate is down on this side, so we'll try to move on. The mortar around the bricks in the wall to the south is cracked and loose, creating the dim outline of a door. Yeah, there's a secret door over here. Chamberlain's key. So, we'll take that. Chain coif, well, everyone already has at least chain level headwear. So, but then there's also gold chain chest. So I guess we could give to Delias. Even Bert has already chainmail chest piece, so more Hellcats. This side. also seems to be locked. Oh, was there another door over here? Carefully explore these rooms. Kind of a feeling all the gates upstairs are currently locked. Yeah, both sides. So, I believe it's gonna be time to spin the wheel. So, save the game for first. I guess what we could do is spin the wheel, let's say clockwise, and then start from the west and then kind of go clockwise as well. So, clockwise, you pull the capstan wheel a quarter, turn clockwise. In the distance, you hear the rattle of chains being pulled across stone. Okay, let's see which gates are now open. So start from the west and then move clockwise. Okay, those are still down. Those are down. Down. And then this side. Okay, that one is down as well. Down. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, these are all down, so we'll see if anything opened upstairs. That one is closed. Well, something happened, and this is actually the last section we are checking. Okay, so it opened one gate because there are two gates over here, so it opened the other one in here. Even in here. But the second gate is there blocking the path in here as well, but it's opened the gate. It opened the gate in here, so it's gonna allow us passage now to this section, and we probably already have the key. Not sure if it's gonna be the Chamberlain key or the. Did we get already the Beacon Master key? So. Well, we'll check out this little room in here. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Except a cat. Okay. Open sesame. Well, hello. Good job, Delias. Well, we can flip this one. If we kind of look down, we can see the teleporter down there, so this switch over here activates the teleporter. Potion of mana. Yeah, give it to Philo. And here is a Keep library key. And before we go jumping down, save a game. Unfortunately, we didn't take any damage from the jump, and now the teleporter works. More skeletons in here. Mighty blow. Come on, bird. Ah. He missed 2 times. And level up. Yeah, push that sword skill up. And cast spells. Yes, and he can learn the cure poison spell now. 4 points. Could be better. Couple of points. Sleep. Potion chest, so we'll get some potions from there. Oh, discipline elixir. So potion that improves your willpower. Maybe Delias. Sure. Let's give it to Delias. Or Philo. She's got a very low willpower. Yeah, let's give it to Philo. Shit. And here is the capstan key B. So we already have now 2 out of 4. And before we drop down, yeah, it really helps having cycles down to about 10%, so you really don't take too much damage. And yeah, I think we pretty much made a clean sweep of both floors. And really only one section was open. So we can definitely do this again. So again, clockwise. 1 step. And start with the west wing and then again clockwise. Okay, now this one is open now. Oh wait, yeah, I've been here, sure, but also the gates have been opened. Sure, we'll hit here. Apparently nothing here. Skeleton here. I'm trying to move carefully to take the time to explore this room. Another skeleton. Good job, Delias. And Key C. So the third necessary key. Is the trigger mechanism. Cheap chests, so some gold. Oh. Okay, let's loop back here and try the other way. Oh, skeletons aplenty. Couple more skeletons to deal with. $228 mighty blow from bird, and that's because this bird's club it really does do double damage against skeletons, and so the already massive damage from his mighty blow is doubled, which is just insane. Let's see, yeah, this is the teleporter room. Let's see if, how about this side? It's closed. So also check out the upstairs first before we go to spin the wheel again. So oh, it seems to be open. So let's just start from the other side first. Level up. Yeah, a point to shield and to rest the sword. And see secrets. Yes. Cats. Oh. Oh. The Elias is taking some hits. There's a lot of cats in here. Okay. Bird. Yeah. Okay. Philo levels up. Yeah, just... Oh yes, we definitely got our skill above 200 this level. What that means is that we now have access to Raise Dead spell. Also very useful thing to have in case someone in your team gets killed, you can use this one to bring them back to life. Those, although, but just like in let's say classical Dungeons and Dragons, using the Raise Dead spell, it will permanently decrease the health attribute of the person you're using it by one. So it brings the person back from the dead, but the person does lose 1 point in health. This is a health attribute. Oh, basic chest. Yeah, make a save. Chain leg. Yeah. Yeah, chain leg, so she gets a better armor for her feet. Okay, we had a little cut there. I got distracted there, so I had to basically stop recording, and now we are continuing with Thunderscape. Let's see, where were we? Maybe we're exploring around this region over here. Okay, have we? Yeah, we haven't been here before. It's a new, definitely new type of a door. But I guess there was just the switch to turn off those one of those spell mechanisms. Probably this one over here. No. One forward. Hellcats. Berserk, why not? And blunt and faint and sure, vitals and blunt. Mighty blows. Delias leveled up, so yeah, a couple of points to shield and the rest to axe and mace. Do I want to boost that cast spells or Xenology? I could get Xenology to 100, and then maybe for now then we'll mostly focus on cast spell skill, at least until Delias gets his cast spells above 200, and then maybe we'll continue improving Xenology. Yeah, haste is a very useful spell to have. Yeah, a couple of points to stealth, rest to fencing. Kind of feel lockpick 120 is kind of enough for now. Yeah, well, yeah, get rid of the cat. Let's see if there's more enemies this way. No. Oh, we're a little lost here. Ah, this room I recognize. What, stiletto? Potion of healing and shadow boots. These are excellent item. This also boosts your knife skill and your stealth skill. Really good to have those around. And a spell mechanism trigger. Oh, this gate here is locked. I kind of a feeling that we have now explored this upper area. I'm sure we're already in here. Yeah, so let's just head back down and go and spin that wheel again. Up. That was close. Oh yeah, here. And make another save. LP 47. And once again clockwise. Doesn't really matter which direction you spin the wheel, but of course it's better to be consistent. Because this way you can kind of go through all the different options, and by the time you have made a full circle with the wheel, you have also or at least you should have already been able to explore all the areas in this level. Let's see. Yeah, this one is now open. And yeah, so the gates on this side were obviously now open. Come on, bird. No chance. Yeah, plenty of raveners in this room. Fortunately, raveners aren't resistant to cutting damage. Now that's a lot of cats. And once again they are casting those fireballs, doing, well, damage to everyone. Oh, there was a couple more cats upstairs. And just a long spear, but again, don't want to take too many items that I don't plan on using. Stiletto, potion of armor, sure. Hello, goodbye. And you too, hello, and goodbye. Ravenous. Well, Konkar with his 4 attacks managed to already take out one Ravener. Well, Another potion of armor, cheap chest, so a little bit of gold. Let's move on. Um, I think if we want to kind of explore every nook and cranny in this dungeon, it's gonna take a while. But at the same time, it's always nice to get that loot, so just clicking on the mouse button to sort of hasten the process of halberd. It's a weapon chest, so it's just gonna be random weapons. So I think I'll just leave that weapon chest alone. I mean, our team already has a pretty good selection of weapons. Okay. Just make sure that there's not anything special in here that we have missed. Cheap chest, so probably just a little bit of gold. Come back here, turn back, and continue. Now this is the keep library. We even got the key. Any more raveners? Oh yes, behind the bookshelf. And even more. Well, I suppose when we're fighting them one by one, it's easier to sort of defeat them. Come up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, and here is another skill book. The Duelist's Craft. And as the name suggests, it's gonna be a fencing skill book. So our Turok gets that, and that's, yep, plus 50 points to fencing skill. Very, very nice. And a cutlass, which is also a very good fencing weapon. You notice that the board on the east wall jiggles slightly as you walk past, as if it were set against a spring. Really? And you press the little board and it opens a secret compartment that has it has the key number C, so yeah, that's actually already all the necessary keys that we have. Witchen's note. Let's have a quick read. Holbert, I pray it is you who finds this and not the minions of the Dark One. I have discovered grave news about the shield beacons, namely The Dark One was not content to shut down the beacons, but has warped them to his evil purposes. Along with all else in the beacon towers, the Dark One has corrupted the beacons so that instead of generating energy, they now drain light and the life force of anything within their reach. It is imperative that you find the beacon's heart crystals and replace them in the shield generators. If the beacons are not restored, the region will become a land of death and darkness. I managed to enter the tower level, but found it unrecognizable. The beacon towers are like a tomb encased in an obsidian shell and guarded by monstrous skulls. My efforts to pass through the teleporters they watch over in vain, and I fear the damage I suffered in the attempt will prove fatal. Only the touch of death will allow a passage. With desperate hope, Vichon. Actually, I think at this point we'll just drop all the notes that we have. We have accumulated quite a few of them. Oh, we'll keep the Theros' note. Just out of respect for Theros. And this is the 8 spellbook, so that's also another kind of item you have in the game, is you have spellbooks, which, as you would say, as you could probably guess, is when you use the item, it's gonna teach you the spell. Now, let's see. Well, Hoturak is going to get her spell level above 100 at some point, I'm sure. Delias and Philo already have, and they already know this 8 spell, so yeah, we'll give this to Konkar. Konkar learns a little bit of what you might call higher level magic. And we'll come down here and we have more of these enemies, Raveners. Now, of course, soon we could press on and move on to the next level, but there's at least one more thing in here on this level that I want to get, and that is gonna require that I get access. It's gonna require a little more exploring of this area. Let's see, are these open? Ah, this it is. Oh yes, oh yes. I can definitely recognize this place. This is the thing that I want. Oh, this place is where I want to be. Yeah, pull the lever, go down, and oh, now that is a lot of skeletons. We'll just use weapons against them. I mean, I have given most of these guys some form of blunt weapon, so we're certainly equipped to deal with skeletons. Just a couple of rounds and they'll be gone. Come on, bird. Oh, 246 damage. Mighty blow on a skeleton. That is impressive. Bird is definitely one of my favorite NPCs in this game. He's just the best. Medium shield. Definitely something Konkar can carry. Plate chest. Yeah. And plate leg armor. Sure, we'll give plate pot helm. Yeah. Plate leg armor. Yeah, we'll give bird. Why not? There's Roscoe's belt. It's a magic item. And as you can see, it not only gives bonus points to your, boosts your fencing skill, but also gives 5 more, let's say 5 more points to your health, at least while you're wearing it. And not just Roscoe's belt, but also Thunderclap. Now this weapon is great. This is just a really good weapon. It's a two-handed sword. It does a really good amount of damage, and in addition it also does shock damage. So this is very much what you might call an end-game weapon. Definitely a weapon you can use throughout the entire game. So I think we're gonna want to save to claim. Well, of course, we'll try to head back to... well, you have a sword, you can try to attack him. You have a blunt weapon, you attack him. The skeleton with the blunt weapon, even the feint attack. And then... and bird, yeah. Just so that blunt weapon attacks go primarily against the skeleton. And... okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that one was the... you had... that room had the switch for the teleporter. More enemies. Just want to fight my way back to the starting room. Oh, come on. Well, that's the one thing about this game. Of course, enemies, they tend to distract you all the time. Okay, let's make a save here. Save here, and this is... and I would say that this is now